Hey everyone, I'm Allie and this is your Bachelor Report for week number 8. I'm going to tell you about my favorite moments from the hometown dates. So the first date was with Chantel O in Seattle, Washington. Brad went to her cute little home and met her dogs and played with them. It seemed really natural and sweet. And then he went to her super attractive parents' gorgeous mansion home. It's clear they're super wealthy. Brad would be lucky to marry into that family. Brad hit it off really well with her dad and with her whole family. It seems like they could genuinely spend some time together in the future. Then he went on Ashley's hometown date, which was in a small town in Maine. Honestly, it wasn't too exciting. Probably the most interesting part of the whole date was that Ashley told her brother and sister that she didn't think that if Brad proposed to her in the end, she'd be able to accept the proposal. Yeah, understandable. You've gone on one date with a guy and spent some other time with him. I don't even know where Brad's getting like this whole feeling that there could be a basis of a long-term relationship from that. Ashley's dad also told Brad that he wasn't sure whether or not Ashley wanted to have children, which would seem like a big negative for Brad just because he's expressed that he really wants to have a family multiple times. The third hometown date, and I use the term date loosely because it's more of like a scary torture session, was with Chantel in Chico, California. Brad went to the mausoleum that Chantel's family owns and that she works at as an embalmer and funeral director, and she showed Brad where his final resting place would be if they got married. Crazy. Then we actually saw the oven that they used to cremate people, and she laid him down on like an operating table and showed him the whole process of embalming someone. It was way too much, girl. I don't know what you were thinking. When she took Brad home to meet her family, she announced right there at the dinner table, "So I'm in love with Brad, and I don't think I want to take over the family business anymore because I want to follow Brad to Austin." It was clear that her parents were pretty disappointed by that, and with the cameras on them, they were just kind of, I think, trying to like hide how upset they were over it, so that was pretty crazy. The last date was with Emily, and if I'm being completely honest, it was probably the cutest date I've ever seen in the history of The Bachelor. Brad got to meet Emily's daughter, Ricky, and that was kind of dramatic just because on the last episode they said they weren't sure whether or not Brad was going to meet Ricky just because Emily had never introduced her daughter to anyone she'd been dating before. Overall, it went really well. Her daughter was shy at first, but then they warmed up and they were playing board games and playing with a kite in the park, and it was all really cute. It seems like they could actually be a little family. Chantal N got sent home in the end, and I felt really bad for her, mostly just because about 2-3 days prior she had just announced to her whole family and the whole country, "I'm falling in love with Brad," and then you get sent home. Ooh, that was a pretty devastating blow to her. She was clearly really upset, and I can see why it would be really embarrassing. So that was everything that happened this week. Can't wait to see what will happen with the final 3 when they travel to South Africa next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.